What's up, YouTube? I am back. It's Reviews for Success, and we're going to talk about two stocks that can change your life. Let's talk about the overall market performance for today before I really get into the video on the two stocks I want y'all to learn about. Now, listen, this video is all informational and educational. Can be a little bit entertaining, just depends on how I feel. I'm upbeat right now. I'm not feeling too funny, but it can be entertaining. Anyways, I'm not a licensed financial professional. I'm not a CPA. I'm just a guy who has knowledge on stocks, and I'm going to share it with you all. Let's get into it. So, y'all saw the thumbnail, Tesla and HIMSS. They're doing numbers, guys. They're doing numbers. Now, let's look at how the overall market performed. I'm going to show you guys the S&P 500 heat map. If you don't know what the S&P 500 is, it's basically a basket of the top 500 companies, aka stocks, in the world. This is literally where all the money in the United States is at. I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to put it on the screen. There we are. All right. So, for the most part, as you all can see right here, the tech side, the big two companies, Nvidia, the #1 company in the world, is neutral. Apple, green on day, 1.76 after a big 2-day fall. Guys, Apple released a phone on Tuesday, their slimmest phone yet, and their stock started to fall. It fell for 2 days, but today they went up. Now, overall, the market did its thing. The market will always be unpredictable. And Tesla, on the other hand, Tesla is right here on the consumer goods side. You can see it's up 7.36. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Now, I'll open up their chart in a minute, and I'm going to talk about what drove this move right here. But before I really dive into that, let's look at the overall market. The tech side, they led the charge today, and growth names were strong on optimism. And for the most part, the Fed will cut rates soon. So that's what's leading this, that's what's causing this rise right now. And this is the environment that we're in right now. Investors are still cautious about inflation because inflation is still hanging in there. The global demand is uneven. And with all that uncertainty, the market is looking for a direction. So HIMSS and Tesla chose the positive direction today, and man, they moved, especially Tesla. Tesla always does this thing on Friday, but HIMSS, that surprised me. Let's talk about Tesla. Let me show you guys how Tesla moved today. They formed a bull flag. Guys, this is a bull flag right here. When a stock forms a pole, and then the pennant, and then it goes up again. That's basically a bull flag right there. And it looks like it's trying to form another bull flag. So Monday we can open up, and Tesla could be up 4.15. Honestly, it's possible. With the way Tesla moves, it's definitely possible. So let's talk about what drove this huge move today. And understand, when a stock clears a buy point like that, traders and institutions take notice, and people start piling up. So when this move happened, people started piling up, and that led to these other green candles and these small baby green candles. So the energy growth. Tesla's new Mega Block products show that they're not just a car company anymore, it's a serious play in grid storage. Faster installs, lower costs, and that widens their growth story. On a short-term demand, buyers are rushing to get EVs before the U.S. tax credit expires, which means Q3 deliveries could be strong. And confidence signals. The board chair came out and dismissed worries that Elon Musk's politics are hurting sales. That helped store some faith with investors. So Tesla isn't just riding here for the hype. That's real momentum, both fundamentally and technical. Now, let's talk about the risk. So, don't get over yourself because things could fall. China's sales are still weak. That's a big piece of Tesla's demand, China. Remember that. Margins are under pressure with price cuts and the Fed. If they get hawkish again, growth stocks could feel the fall, guys. So next week, watch for the delivery updates. Watch the Fed's economic data release, and keep an eye on China's EV numbers. Tesla's rally today was strong, but the real test is whether it holds above the 360 even breakout. This is a 360 even breakout right here, right there. So if it holds this next week, hey, just believe we're going 400 plus. And look at this, guys. Tesla had a crazy fall earlier this summer when the whole Trump and Elon Musk breakup happened. If you know, you know. They had a crazy fall. And this was their biggest rise yet. So it's been quite some time since they've risen this way. The last time that happened was around that time Tesla fell horribly. Dang it, I moved it. I think I moved it. I'm going to put it back. I think it was right here. I'm going to look back at the video and then find out where it fell from. So this big fall right here, remember when this happened? When Elon and Trump had their feud? Yeah, that was not too good. The stock fell like crazy. I said I'm going to look back at the video to find out where I placed it. I'm just going to place it right here for right now. Okay, so for the most part, look at how Tesla's been moving. And like I said, they look like they're forming another bull flag. So Monday, look out. Another bull flag could just pop out. Now, on the other hand, you guys saw another company on the thumbnail, Hims. Hims and Hers, guys. I found out about this company earlier this winter. When I found out about it, I wanted to invest in it. When it was at its $30 levels, I procrastinated and then I regretted it. But during the Trump tariff event, when things fell, I put money into it. And I'm seeing the effects. I'm seeing the effects, guys. Hims is one of those companies that will technically bounce back. They're a strong company. You can think of them as a service. Actually, most of these companies provide services. That's how they make money. So they provide health services, and they woke up from the dead, guys. This summer, they fell badly. I thought this fall right here was it. When they fell right in the beginning of August, I thought that was it, but they fell again. And they consolidated, they went up and down, they consolidated, and September the 2nd, literally about a week ago, they started rising from the dead. They started making highs, and today, they went up like 7%. This was a big move for them. They formed a bull flag as well. You guys see that? That's a bull flag. A tiny bull flag. So, because Hims is a different stock, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So, Hims has been on a tear this year, and their Q2 numbers showed why. Revenue came in around $544 million, up more than 70% year over year. That's the kind of growth Wall Street likes. So they're not stopping here. Hims is pushing into new treatments, lower testosterone plans, including oral and injectable options rolling out in 2026. They're active in the weight loss space with GLP-1 treatments, which has been one of the hottest sectors in healthcare. Pause. Here's why things are getting tricky. The FDA flagged one of their Super Bowl ads for not properly listing drug risks. States like Ohio are cracking down on compounding pharmacies, making copycat weight loss drugs, and their partnership with Novo Nordisk fell apart, and that's what led to that big fall in early August. That's what led to this fall right here. This big fall right here. That Nordisk fell, man, that tore up their stock value. But they're rising from the dead again. The value, so while the growth is real, the regulatory risk is very real too. Valuation is another concern. Hims trades at over 60 times earnings, so expectations are sky high. Canaccord Genuity still has a buy rating with the price target of about 68. Imagine that, guys. Right now, if they're targeting HIMS to be a $68 stock. So that's not too far off. They could actually reach that number next week if they move like they did these past 3 days. And with the upcoming Fed rate cuts, it's very possible. It's highly possible that they will touch 60. It looks like they're forming another bull flag right here, and 60 sounds valid. Hold on, before I get too confident, I'm going to draw a trend line so you all can see where they could potentially go up if they form another bull flag. So I'm basically just going to trace on that pole and place it right there, and it goes right to 60, 61 matter of fact, actually mid 60s. So what should we watch? Any new FDA or state rulings on weight loss drug regulation, updates on their testosterone treatment, rollout timeline, and their next earnings in November. Guidance could be a turning point, guys. So that's what I have for you all when it comes down to Tesla and HIMS. And I'm going to close out the video in a minute. So here's the bottom line. Tesla is showing strength through energy innovation and technical breakout, but the real test comes with deliveries and the macro conditions next week. Be aware of that. HIMS is a growth stock in the digital health sector, but regulation and valuation make it risky to play. It's one of those stocks where you can see huge upside, but also sharp pullbacks if new turns are negative. That's the beauty of the market, guys. You're going to get the ups and downs, and guess what? You can make money on both sides with options. You don't only have to buy shares, but options, you can make money when the stock falls. Be aware that opportunity is everywhere, trust me. But so is risk. So it's at your own risk. Your job is to weigh the two, decide what's worth holding and what's worth just watching from the sideline. And be aware, guys, always do your research before investing in a company. This right here is another form of research, me just giving you guys my information on what I know about these two companies, what I see, and also my opinion. And it's always important to make sure you're growing in life, especially financially, and the stock market is one of the best ways to do so. So, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you give this video a like, follow, subscribe, leave your feedback in the comments, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in. The love is what keeps me going. If you loved this video, get this video to 10 likes. That's all I need, 10 likes, guys. And I'll keep the motivation running. The more you support, the more I'll support you by putting out the knowledge that I know. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy this video. I am Reviews for Success, aka Jonathan Panda. Thank you. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Y'all take care. And remember, do your research.